Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we are diving into Venus Concept, and let's just say their latest financial moves are a little like trying to tighten your belt after a Thanksgiving feast. You know things are going to get interesting when a company needs a consent agreement. Venus Concept is a company that makes and sells medical aesthetic devices, which is just a fancy way of saying machines that help people look younger and more beautiful. But are their finances as pretty as the people using their devices? Let's find out. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can discuss this and other companies with fellow investors. So we're looking at an 8K filing, which is basically a company saying, hey, something important happened and we need to tell the SEC, like right now. In this case, the important thing is a series of agreements about their debt. The first agreement is with Madron Health Partners, who loaned Venus Concept money under something called the Main Street Priority Loan, or MSLP loan agreement. This agreement basically says, okay, we know you're having a little trouble with cash, so we'll give you a break on some of the rules for a little while. Specifically, they don't have to maintain the required amount of cash until around the summer. Also, Venus USA gets to use the cash they were supposed to use for interest payments to pay back the loan itself. This probably means they don't have enough cash to cover everything. Next up is the 15th Bridge Loan Amendment. A bridge loan is like a temporary loan you get to help you get to a more permanent solution. In this case, it looks like Venus Concept needed more time to find that permanent solution, so they extended the bridge loan's maturity, which is when it needs to be paid back, by 1 month into the summer. So they bought themselves an extra month to figure things out. Finally, we have a note consent agreement. This agreement is similar to the first one. The lenders are again giving Venus Concept some leeway, some breathing room with their liquidity requirements, meaning they can have a little less cash on hand than originally agreed to. Now, you might be asking, what does all this mean? Well, it means Venus Concept is in a bit of a tight spot financially. They're not bankrupt, but they need to renegotiate their debt agreements to stay afloat. It's like needing to ask your parents for an allowance increase because you spent all your money on, well, maybe not medical aesthetic devices in this case, but you get the idea. Unfortunately, there are no financial statements in this filing to dig deeper into, but hopefully we will get more insight in their next quarterly filing. It's worth pointing out that Venus Concept is considered an emerging growth company, which means they get some breaks on certain regulations. This is typical for smaller companies, but it also means they might not have the same level of scrutiny as larger, more established businesses. Now, looking at these agreements in context, Venus Concept is clearly facing some financial headwinds. They're relying on these consent agreements to waive minimum liquidity requirements, which suggest their cash flow isn't where it needs to be. The extension of the bridge loan also indicates they're struggling to secure long-term financing. What are the notable risks and opportunities here? The main risk is that Venus Concept won't be able to turn things around and could face more serious financial trouble. However, there's also an opportunity. If they can successfully manage their debt and improve their sales, they could emerge stronger on the other side. The medical aesthetics market is growing, so there's definitely potential. In conclusion, Venus Concept's latest moves suggest they're navigating some choppy waters. They're buying themselves time and flexibility with these agreements, but the pressure is on to improve their financial performance. Alright, that's our breakdown of Venus Concept's latest filing. What's your take on these agreements and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description where you can chat with other investors. Thanks for watching. See you next time.